2, 1.
PokeRamble Podcast.
Welcome to the Pokemon Ramble Podcast. I'm Kumail, and this week we'll be talking about Pokemon Unite? What about Pokemon Sleep? Where is Pokemon Sleep? Someone tell me where Pokemon Sleep is! Yes, welcome to episode 37 of the PokeRamble Podcast. I'm your host Kumail, and joined with me, as always, is the Battle Frontier Brain himself, Amit. Hello, Amit. How are you today?
I am good. You ask a very good question. Where the Helioptile is Pokemon Sleep. We have some big, exciting news on Pokemon Sleep later in the episode.
Awesome.
Yeah.
But can you believe that we're having an episode about Pokemon Unite and it's beta before Pokemon Sleep, even though beta was like announced way later.
I know.
It's absolutely insane. I'm
So hey, welcome to episode Vulpix. Weirdly, Vulpix is the weakest fire type Pokemon with a base stat total of only 299. But it may also be one of the cutest, so it has that going for it.
That is some trivia I did not know. That is, I don't know how you even look at that stuff. How do you find that stuff?
It's a mix of just the internet, Pokedex entries. Bulbapedia is always a good source. It's just random tidbits that I've picked up over my time.
Question: Vulpix versus Alolan Vulpix, who wins?
Alolan Vulpix is awesome. I love. I think it's called Snowy in the anime. The Alolan Vulpix. It's really cute. I think I might say Alolan Vulpix over Vulpix, but Cantonian Ninetales over Alolan Ninetales.
Oh, that's controversial.
I know it's controversial, but I
go the opposite way, where I'm like normal Vulpix and then Alolan Ninetales.
Fair enough.
Especially because of typing, like ice and fairy.
It's
that's
a lovely
pretty cool.
typing. Yeah, we didn't have a really good. I guess like ice tech is what I kind of consider Ninetales to be. Someone who can set up the hail and do interference.
Well, Aurora Veil as well is just absurd as well. So anyway,
we'll talk more about that next time.
Yeah, enough of our ramblings about Vulpix and Ninetales and stuff like that. How are you today? What's going on?
I'm good. So I've I guess most of my time in the last 2 weeks, and apologies for missing last week, I've been playing Pokemon Unite, and I can't wait to get into it, if you're ready.
Okay, we shall get right into Pokemon Unite.
Let's do this.
All the world needs is us to be Pokemon United. That's the sort of title of this segment. Yeah, so Pokemon Unite.
Nice.
Let's talk about Pokemon Unite, shall we?
Oh my gosh, there's so much to talk about.
So this was a beta, and this beta you were not allowed to sort of record video / show what you're playing, all that kind of stuff. Is that correct?
Yeah, so they make you sign up to terms and conditions the moment you boot up the game.
So an NDA essentially.
Yeah, and it basically covers no screenshots, no recording, no, and a couple of people have definitely broken those rules. I've seen stuff on Reddit. I've seen video footage that shouldn't have been leaked. I've seen screenshots that should have been leaked. But
I definitely haven't seen my friend play it, through Discord.
It's always the risk that you take with stuff like this, right? Is that sometimes people take advantage of the opportunity. But look, I was really fortunate to get to take part in it. It was good fun. It ends in a couple of hours, so it ends, I guess, tomorrow Canada time. But it's been good fun.
Before we go into your thoughts on Pokemon Unite Beta, because I didn't get to play it, obviously it was like a Canadian only sort of sign up period for this beta. What were your initial thoughts about Pokemon Unite, and what was your sort of expectations, hopes, dreams? Was this something that you were excited for, or was this something that you were plainly like, it's whatever?
It's a hard one. So I've never been a fan of MOBAs, primarily because I don't have 5 friends with me at all times to play it. And I think that's probably one of the biggest deal breakers for me with MOBAs is if I had a group of friends who were super into the same thing I was into and I was playing this game with them, I think it would be a very, very different experience to what I found in the beta, which is when you're basically connecting with 9 random other people and you can't really communicate with the other 4 of them. The game has like some limited, go this way or, do this thing, like emoticons you can pop up. But beyond that, there's not really a lot of communication. So I think it really is about that sort of team experience for me at MOBA. And we'll talk, I think in a little bit more detail in a minute about how the Pokemon take on a MOBA works. But I think just in general principle, I think some of the struggles and the bugbears that I had with the beta, I think get a lot easier.
Before the beta, were you ready? Were you excited for this game? Did you want to play a Pokemon MOBA?
I definitely wanted to play it, right? Put Pokemon on anything and I'll try it. I tried Pokemon Smile, and there's some terrible footage of me doing terrible things while Pokemon dance around me. But you know what? I'll give it a try. And I probably, in my heart, knew this wouldn't be like super exciting for me. But I was still really keen to try it. I wanted to see what the Pokemon take on a MOBA would be.
So let's start from you boot up the game. What's the UI like? What's everything like? How simple is it? How sort of idiot-proof is this?
So the UI itself is generally pretty clean. There's not too much going on. When you first boot up the game, you get to create a trainer with some very limited customization options like skin tone and hair, which is quite nice. You can go on to unlock more outfits and stuff for your characters later in the the leveling up, rank up process, and also the battle pass, which I'll come on to later. So you do get a sense of uniqueness to your avatar, I guess, and I definitely feel that your avatar pops up a lot on screen during the game. So it's nice that you can personalize that aspect quite quite intricately. And then I think probably the other thing that's quite important as you start off is you're given a choice of 5 Pokemon. And again, this may all change when the final game comes out, but at the start of the game, you don't get all Pokemon unlocked for you at the beginning. So your big decision at the beginning is, of the 5, what I assume are pre-selected options for your starter, who do you want to pick?
So who did you want to pick? That she was available, I guess.
I'm trying to remember who was available. I want to say it was Pikachu, Blastoise, Charizard. It was very Gen 1 focused.
Yeah.
I want to say Gengar was there.
Yeah, I remember
Maybe
Gengar.
Lucario was the other one. It was powerhouses in the Pokemon world, not small names. My gut said Pikachu because it's Pikachu, and also the little tutorial that you do at the beginning uses Pikachu, and I was like, well, I kind of know how Pikachu works now, so I use Pikachu. And so I picked Pikachu as my first. It's called you get a license. So it's a license to rent out Pikachu for a battle, which is a pretty interesting take on it. So I picked Pikachu.
Gotta rent them all, Pokemon. I mean, this whole rent aspect just reminds me of Britain in general now when it comes to like house ownership. Like more and more people.
Don't get me down that rabbit hole.
Sorry. So not to detract then. So in terms of the Pokemon you played with, before, obviously you've just said Pikachu. You've used, I think. Have you used Gengar as well? Was Gengar one of the ones you used?
So I used all in all, and some of these Pokemon might be new announcements for some people, but we can talk about it. So Pikachu I used Lucario, I used Crustle,
Crustle's very interesting. I did not expect Crustle to be there.
Yeah, Alolan Ninetales, Charizard, obviously, Talonflame. I think that's all the ones that I tried. Yeah, I think they're all the Pokemon that I tried.
And how different do they all play? Do they have all something unique about them?
They're all fundamentally different. No Pokemon functions like another Pokemon in a really good way. Oh, I actually used Absol as well, and I'll talk a bit about Absol later, but I actually used a variety of Pokemon, and every Pokemon felt fundamentally different. They move differently, they attack differently, they deal damage differently. Like everything is very, very different Pokemon to Pokemon, and that's a great thing. It makes the experience fresh with every Pokemon you use.
Talking about the experience being fresh, let's go into like the sort of gameplay. What modes are available to you? / how did the typical loop go for you?
Okay, so the game in the beta that we had access to had like, I call it like standard mode. It's basically an unranked 5-on-5 battle where you play out across. There was only one map available in the beta, so you play on that map, and it's a 5-on-5 battle. And the objective basically is to score. We saw it in the gameplay footage from the Pokemon Direct last year. You basically try to defeat Pokemon. As you defeat Pokemon, they drop Unite Balls, and you have to score the Unite Balls in your other team's bases, which are like big hoops. That's the basic mechanic, and there are 5 of you on a team against 5 people on the other team, and that's the game format. So,
and what's the map like? Is there like different lanes and stuff like that? Or
yeah, so there's 3 lanes. A top lane which focuses on, I would say, like an aggressive style. You can get on that path. You can take down Rotom, who gives your team a bit of a power boost because he joins your team as an attacker and takes out enemies for you. The middle lane isn't actually fully open to you at the beginning, so you have to do a little bit of zigzagging to get through the middle. The other option is the bottom lane, where there is, in the map that we used, a Dreadnought, which basically boosts your team stats and is, I guess, a useful way to give your team a quick boost when you're going for a bit of an aggressive play as well. So they're the two main lanes, are top and bottom, and then the middle, as I say, opens up in the final 2 minutes of the game.
okay, so how long is a typical game then?
So I want to say that a standard game is either 10 minutes or 5 minutes, and it varied depending on the mode you played on. So there was also a ranked mode, and there's a quick battle mode as well. Not all of those were available during the beta, so we could do ranked. And I know lots of people were taking great pride in reaching high numbers on the rankings. I did not get anywhere near that.
Yeah.
But there's ranked mode, and then quick mode, which is like a shorter game version with fewer players. So it's 3-on-3 or 4-on-4, I think, and the time is shorter as well. So there's a little bit of variety in those things. And as I mentioned, we only use one map. That it looks like the game is currently built with 3 maps. I'm sure more will come out over time, but that's what the game looks like at the moment.
So what motivated you to play another game, choose another character, all that kind of stuff in Pokemon Unite beta?
I think 2 parts of it. One is simple curiosity. One is just the curiosity of, I wonder how this Pokemon works. Like, I picked Crustle for no reason other than I couldn't play as Pikachu in one battle because someone else had picked Pikachu. And I was like, I'll give Crustle a try. And he has Shell Smash, and it's cool to like go into that mode where you hit Shell Smash and then you're taking loads of damage, but you're dealing loads of damage. It's a very different experience to Pikachu, who is just all the time dealing lots of damage and also very frail. And with Crustle, you get this concept of like trapping Pokemon and blocking them because you can like put up stone walls to block people. It's very, very different. And every Pokemon has, different roles: support roles, attacking roles, all-rounders, speedy roles. There's all those different kinds of things going on.
So what are the typical movesets of these Pokemon? Like a normal attack, light attack, special attack?
So you basically start with, every Pokemon has a basic attack, which is a very simple melee attack or a very simple ranged attack, depending on the Pokemon. And then you start with, or basically you unlock, as you level up your Pokemon, because you will start at level 1 in every battle, as you level up your Pokemon during the battle by defeating other Pokemon, your Pokemon learns new moves. So like for Pikachu, he learns Thunder Shock, he learns Electro Web. Later on, you can replace Electro Web with Electro Ball or Thunder. Then you can replace the other move with, I want to say, Volt Tackle or Thunderbolt. They're the other options. So you basically get better moves the more you play, and the more your Pikachu levels up. And it's the same with all other Pokemon. Like Absol learns like Night Slash and stuff like that. As it gets up through the level ranks. And basically, you normally end up at the end of the battle somewhere between level 10 up to the cap of level 15. And along that journey at level 9, you also learn your Unite move, which is like the signature move for that Pokemon. So like Pikachu just drops a whole load of Thunderbolts and deals massive damage. Other Pokemon, deal massive damage in the same way. And your Unite move is like I want to say it's like a team-based move, but it really isn't. It's just like the most devastating, strong move that your Pokemon has.
So what are the cooldowns like? And in terms of like reviving your Pokemon once it's dead.
So the longer the battle goes on, the slower your respawn time. I think it's also the more you die, the slower your respawn, but I'm not sure about that. One of the big things is that as you get into the final 2 minutes, which is a big deal, like the game, like the overlay changes color, it's like final 2 minutes, like do something important. Your respawn gets a lot longer during that time. So like there are times where I was sitting out for like 15-20 seconds waiting to respawn, which I can't compare to other MOBAs. I haven't played many of them extensively. It's obviously just frustrating to get into those final 2 minutes and have to sit out for a long time. You can look at the map, you can look around at what's going on. What they do really cleverly is they hide all the movements of the enemy Pokemon when they're not on screen. So I couldn't zoom around the map and work out what other people were doing
Right.
unless I ran around the map with Pikachu. So that helped. And then really it's just a case of trying to collect as many Pokeballs as you have. The more Pokeballs, Unite Balls, the more you have, the longer it takes to score, the more you drop if you're knocked out by the opposing team. Yeah, that's kind of it. It's your classic MOBA style of take out the small Pokemon at the beginning, who were very easy to take out. In our game, it was like Apom. Get through to the bigger Pokemon, which in our case were Ordino. There are a couple of like mini bosses you can fight, which are Dreadnought and Rotom. A big boss shows up at the end, which is Zapdos, and if you defeat Zapdos, your team gets huge perks. Like they can score without any waiting delay, which is a big deal if you're carrying lots of Unite Balls. You get like
So wait, you defeated Zapdos, and instead of having to go to your enemy zone, your points are scored there essentially.
No. So you defeat Zapdos, and basically the enemy score zones become unlocked. And normally, when you're trying to score, you have to wait somewhere between a second and 5 seconds to score. Which, even if you're interrupted during during scoring, so if you're attacked by someone else, you can't score anymore. So what Zapdos does is remove that countdown, so you can literally run onto the base and score, even if you're surrounded by enemies, which is really, really handy when you're trying to pin your opponent back, because if they're being pinned back, they're probably guarding their bases quite well. So Zapdos is an important mobility boost in that case.
Can I ask you about the sort of balancing in terms of, does it feel very balanced? Because it's important in these kind of games for like everything to be balanced, fair, everyone to be on the same level.
Thing that it's
Was it
fair
Pokemon that were broken, all that kind of stuff?
What it's fair to say about the beta is no person had long enough to truly master any character. However, there were some clear front runners. Talonflame did it very well. Absol's probably regarded as the most broken. Absol is absolutely ridiculously powerful, and he's probably one of the few Pokemon who could do very well all on its own without another team, without 4 other Pokemon to support it. So yeah, Absol stood out for most people as like the most broken one. Talonflame was definitely up there. Pikachu was up there. It's not in the same tier as Absol, but Pikachu was very well regarded, as was Alolan Ninetales. Yeah, I mean, there's
I'm happy.
definitely
My favorite Pokemon are getting like good reviews, so
Yeah, there were definitely some standouts. I'm sure that DNA are going to go back, and I'm sure that Tencent are going to go back and balance a few things after the beta. We might find that Absol in particular takes a little drop off, because it is, if you play it right, a very strong Pokemon. But again, I think, as people play as other Pokemon more, I think some of the more underappreciated characters may start to do better, because maybe they're just more difficult to find the optimum route for, or the optimum strategy for. So we'll wait and see.
So Pokemon typically evolve when they, attack other opponents and level up and stuff like that. How does Pikachu evolve at all, or is it just stuck at a Pikachu?
Pikachu doesn't evolve,
okay.
Which is odd, because every other Pokemon in the game evolves. Actually, other than Mr. Mime, but it is Cantonian Mr. Mime, so that's canon.
Surprise! So, yeah, it's just, there's a Cantonian evolution now.
It is strange that Pikachu doesn't evolve. I mean, I get it, it's Pikachu, right? But it feels like a very easy thing to...
Mascot, baby. Cool. So, in terms of the gameplay loop, and then you going back, or is there like some sort of prize or something you can work towards?
Okay, so let's talk
about playing and stuff like that.
The game outside of the core combat. So, first of all, you have a trainer rank. As you increase your trainer rank, which you basically do by playing battles, irrespective of whether you win or lose, you earn points towards your trainer rank, and you unlock stuff from that. So you unlock cosmetic items for your avatar. You unlock new Pokemon that you can use. Some of the Unite licenses are behind the trainer pass. Most importantly, you unlock held items for your Pokemon. So there were things like XP share, leftovers, Quick Claw.
Oh, damn.
Things like,
wait, how does Quick Claw work?
Not Quick Claw, Floatstone.
I was going to say.
Floatstone is the thing that makes your Pokemon move faster.
Right.
So there's all those kinds of things. There's things to make you attack faster, move faster, heal over time, take less damage. There's like potions and X attack and all that kind of stuff as well. And items will play a big part in the metagame for sure, because Pokemon without items are very, very different to Pokemon with the right items.
Okay.
And that's a grind. So even when you get the items and you unlock them, you can then level up the items. So you have to earn a currency within the game, and that currency can then be used to level up your items and they become slightly more potent. So, potion heals for more health, or floatstone lets you move just that little bit faster. And your Pokemon can hold up to 3 held items. I don't know if you can hold duplicates yet, because I didn't unlock enough of the battle pass to get duplicate items or whatever. But it certainly seems like that might be an interesting thing to try.
Can I ask, in terms of, you mentioned costumes, what were we talking about costumes? Like, how good do they look?
Okay, so there's 2 types of costume. There are some for your avatar, and some of them look really cool. Like, one of them is very reminiscent of the Isle of Armor dojo, like the student outfit in Mustard's dojo. That was cool. A lot of other ones are fairly generic, but again, it's the beta. I'm expecting them to bring out more stuff, and certainly over time, I'm sure they'll bring out, like, Pokemon themed outfits and stuff for the avatars. The other thing in the game, which I think a lot of people are excited for, is that the Pokemon have outfits too. So you can get Pikachu in a floral hat, and you can get Pikachu in a dope hoodie. You can get Talonflame in a little flat cap and like a travels kit. You can get the coolest of all is Cinderace, who looks like a pirate. That's awesome. Lucario, whose outfit is a bit reminiscent of Lucario from Lucario and the Mystery of Mew, with the like tricorn hat.
Sir Aaron, wasn't it? That from the movie, wasn't it? I think it was Sir Aaron. The
sure.
little hat and little feather on it and stuff like that.
It reminded me of that a lot. There's some cool outfits. Not all Pokemon had outfits in the beta. Again, I'm sure that will change. But that's another thing you can do to just personalize your Pokemon a little bit more. And for some people, I'm sure the grind to unlock those will be a big part of the joy of the game.
Awesome. No, thank you very much. And is there anything else you wanted to cover about Pokemon Unite?
I guess the only other thing is the Battle Pass, which is going to be a season-based thing. So seasons. I mean, the beta one only lasted for 2 weeks, but I'm sure that that's going to be the thing that will make people come back. If the pass runs for a month or 2 months or whatever, I'm sure people will want to play to get all the items in the battle pass for that month, and then may come back next month when the new one unlocks. It's a classic sort of free to play style mechanic. You can buy levels on the battle pass. Again, most of it is cosmetic. Some of it isn't, which bugs me. Some of it is not cosmetic. Some of it is like items and stuff that you can attach to your Pokemon. So I hope that changes for the release, because I'm hoping that the Unite experience is accessible to everyone, and I hope accessible to everyone without a grind, which was definitely not what I felt when I played the beta. It felt like I was behind other players because I wasn't a high enough trainer rank to use the best item or to have my item at max level.
You must think that when it comes to matchmaking in the actual game, they'll like filter by train level and stuff like that.
I'm assuming so, and I know that the beta was very, very limited, so I'm sure not everyone will have been able to join parties of similar skill level. But that matchmaking definitely wasn't always true in the beta, because one of the things you do get as you load into the game is a bit of a border around your character, which shows roughly what kind of player rank they are. And I was definitely at a low rank, being matched with people in the sort of medium ranks. So we'll see. We'll wait and see.
So Amit pre-Pokemon Unite beta to Amit post-Pokemon Unite beta, are you more excited for this game now? Are you more open to it, or are you still apprehensive about it?
It's the game. The core combat mechanic is the game that I thought it would be. It's a MOBA. It's a true MOBA, and if you're a fan of MOBAs, you'll enjoy Unite because it's another MOBA. I think it will be a very different experience for me when I play it with friends. And I know that we've got lots of people, friends of the podcast, who want to play it with us. And if you want to, let us know, because you're more than welcome to come and try it out with us when Unite comes live. But what I will say is I think it will be a better experience with friends. One, because you can coordinate better. And I think when you're doing well in the game, it feels better than when you're really frustrated with your teammates for not doing the right things. So that's one thing that I think will change the experience for me. But I'm not into the whole. I've never been a fan of like Battle Pass and daily quests, which this game has, and all that kind of stuff. Like I'd like playing games like this on my own terms, and it's hard to find time where like 4 friends can come together and play this game every single day. So I probably won't stick around after that kind of big peak at the beginning, but I definitely want to play this when it comes out, because I want to see how well I can do with a good group of friends and how easy it feels, and that kind of stuff. I'm sure that there are lots of other people who want to try this game out as well, and I'd love to play it with as many people as possible. It's not going to be the game that I play for months and months on end or years on end, but that's a personal thing, because I'm not a fan of I guess the MOBA style games in general, I could probably, if the combat mechanic was exciting enough and different enough every time, I think I'd probably be invested in the game and maybe I'd do the battle pass. But the actual core of the game just isn't probably my thing, and that's a personal thing. Like, I'm not saying this is a great game. Like, they've done a great job in designing it. It feels like a Pokemon game. There are aspects they need to sort out, like the music wasn't particularly Pokemon themed, but they'll get round to that, I'm sure. That it's a quintessential Pokemon experience, and if you're a fan of Pokemon and a fan of MOBAs, this will be for you 100%. If you're a fan of MOBAs, you'll probably enjoy this a lot. If you're a fan of Pokemon and you're indifferent about MOBAs, you might have a good time with friends. If you hate MOBAs, look, it's a MOBA. I don't think anything they do is going to change your mind. So, I think it's a very well done game. It fits the MOBA theme really well. It fits the Pokemon theme really well. And if those two things come together for you, this game is going to be a real hit. I'm not
There's no
audience,
in-game
okay.
voice, is there? You have to rely on like emotes and stuff like that.
There's announcements. So, you mean like voice chat and stuff?
Yeah.
Not that I was aware of in the beta. I think you can do tech chat, but I don't know how they're going to police it and stuff like that. What you can definitely use are like, and you get it in all kinds of multiplayer games, like little quick buttons that are like, attack this thing or defend here or whatever it is. So they're the kind of standard.
With that, we shall move on to the segment. So you want to be a Pokemon Masters? Yeah, that's the section where we talk about Pokemon Masters. Not much to talk about, really. Cyrus and Palkia is going to be back in the game. Probably going to come with a grid. But yeah, we've already got him, but I guess we're going to get more items now, which is really cool. People haven't got him. Fairly decent pair, to be fair.
I think it's a. I mean, when it was first announced, Critical Strike 9 on this thing. Remember, we were really excited. Like, Critical Strike 9 is a ridiculous passive, and Palkia hits really hard. I don't think we have a 2020 Palkia yet, and they've definitely confirmed that that's coming. So your Palkia is going to get a power boost either way. If it's not 5/5 2020 already, so that's a bonus. It's a pretty good water striker as well. Like, Hydro Pump hits hard. If you can patch the accuracy on it, so it's a great free pair. Not much more to say about it, really.
Yeah, I guess the other thing with Pokemon Masters is we'll promise the dev letter at some point. When do you think that's going to land?
I think it'll be this week coming.
And do you have any speculation as to what they might add into the game, or?
So Battle Villa's back, and honestly, the thing I want more than anything now is I want more playable content. And I'm not necessarily saying I even want more playable content for rewards, like just more variety of stuff that we can do without stamina, which at the moment is limited to the EX Plaza, which is a weird experience because that's not it's a co-op experience, like mutated for single player.
Hey, so how about a timed event?
Sorry?
How about the timed events? Yay! The one that we got with Gloria.
Please don't.
Battle
Please
Buffet.
Don't. Please don't. But again, that's all like it's all stamina gated, right? So I would love, even if it's like Battle Villa, and they're like, once you beat Battle Villa, you can reset it and you can do it again. At least that's 30 battles that I can do whenever I want to for fun.
Yeah.
Like that's the one thing that Masters is lacking at the moment, is like every battle other than Champion Stadium is gated behind stamina. And it means that even if I wanted to play the game for fun, I'm limited to like 5 options for a battle. The Jesse and James event, which was, ran up until January, was another opportunity. It was better than nothing. Like, I would like more, but it's better than nothing. Just to get, try out some new teams, try different combinations. We will see.
We'll see. And with that, we're going to move on.
Don't forget Villa Co-op's back. Get your cookies from Villa Co-op.
Okay. All right, we'll move on to the next section. Now. What's Pokemon going on? Haha. I never get tired of saying. Well, couple of quality of life stuff that have been added to the game, where I think a limited section of players have got this new thing where they can view eggs, and what's inside the eggs and the rarity of what's inside the egg. So for example, on the left hand side, you can see a 5km egg, where the least rare is getting a Magnemite, Nosepass, and Aaron, and then the most valuable at the bottom, being 5 stars, is what Lickitung, Scyther, Eevee, and a Pineapple.
It's like being at the opticians.
That might be
I'm doing an eye test trying to work out who all the Pokemon are.
Yeah, that might be one of the most fantastic jokes you've ever made on the podcast. So well done on that.
Well, the bar is low then.
That was pretty funny, to be fair. The other thing is that Candy XL has been reworked. So Candy XL is basically candy that you can use to boost your Pokemon past level 40. And it's like every time you catch a Pokemon that's evolved, a legendary Pokemon or a mythical Pokemon, you're not guaranteed to get a Candy XL. So stage 1 gives 1 Candy XL, stage 2 gives 2 Candy XL, and legendary / mythical Pokemon give you 3 Candy XL. When you walk with your buddy, you can also get Candy XL, and trading has got a chance of Candy XL as well. More Candy XL, the further distance the Pokemon traded is. So
it's only just occurred to me that
Sure.
Pokemon Go came out and gave people loads of candy, so Pokemon had to put out Pokemon Smile so that people remember to brush their teeth after all the candy. That's only just clicked in my head.
Mind blown. My mind is blown. But apart from that, not much else is going on in Pokemon Go, the standard, and we shall move on.
People were happy about Beldum today, weren't they?
People were happy about Beldum. I was happy about Beldum, but I couldn't be bothered, so I caught a few.
Enough.
Yeah.
We'll move on.
So next thing is TCG. Easy as 1, 2, 3. Boom. Secret rare for Matchless Fighters. Up on screen now. Look at that.
I cannot get over how cool these designs are.
I think the Zapdos one we might have seen in the trailer.
Yeah, I want to say that my gut was about to say Zapdos was my favourite, but honestly, all three of them look awesome.
The Moltres one reminds me of like a monster sort of portrait in Monster Hunter, where you're like going on a mission and it's like showing you the portrait. And yeah, I really liked it. If I had to choose one out of the three, I'd probably ask for the Galarian Moltres.
Can see just because I've had a look at some of these cards, I can see the Articuno V being incredibly popular because its ability is real good.
What's the ability?
I want to say it's discard 2, draw 1.
Okay, awesome. Well, thanks for that. But yeah, these are secret rares from the Matchless Fighters set. They should come in English soon, I guess. But yeah, apart from that, next thing to talk about is new sets. Silver Lance and Jet Black Spirit coming to Japan April 23rd. This will probably be known as Chilling Rain. That's coming in June, so we'll probably get these two sets as Chilling Rain in June, which is quite a great name for the English set. Chilling Rain.
I was gonna say, do you get the joke?
What's the joke?
Rain like the King Calyrex. Rains on a horse. Hey.
And we've got some cards that we can...
The bar is low, dude. The bar is real low.
We've got some cards that we can actually show from this set, thanks to PokeBeach.com. But look how good that Zeraora V looks.
Yeah, I saw that and I immediately thought of you because I know you love Zeraora. It's a good looking card.
That's one of those cards that I don't mind paying about £5 or £10 to get individually, because look at that, dude.
I hope they bring out a promo of it because it's a great looking card.
And there's the Tornadus on the other side, VMAX. So another cool looking artwork as well. And actually I wanted to give a shout out because Castform is going to be in this set along with its brethren. Or
yeah, Podcast Form's getting around.
Look at that. Look how cool the artwork is. Very cute.
Oh, it's sort of like knitted.
Yeah, Woolly Podcast Form.
It's also getting different forms. So it's also getting like Cast Form, Sun Form, Cast Form, Rain Form.
All in different I was going to say ice styles? No, sorry, art styles. Weather styles. Oh, I've got to stop.
How long before the Podcast Form TCG card?
Oh, dude. Maybe that's what we can sell as merch and get arrested.
That would be cool.
Apart from that, the Pokemon Center in Japan is going to release this set with a special Melanie sort of themed, sleeves and stuff like that. So that's something interesting. I wonder if she's going to have like a trainer card or some sort, or make it like an appearance in this set. It would make sense because she's, ice type trainer.
Yeah.
Leader. Apart from that, that's it for the TCG. It's easy as 1 to 3 if you're ready to move.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that was pretty cool. This is a section where we talk about things that are just random. We also call this the wrap up.
What was that?
There's more manhole covers in Japan. This one
I love Pokemon manhole covers.
Yeah,
I'm obsessed.
This is in Aomori Prefecture. And on the right hand side, you can see Pincurchin, Pyukumuku, and Snom, so the little blobs, and you can see a little Wingull in the background. And on the left hand side, you can see lots of Wingulls with Geodude, just looking at them. Yes.
I feel bad for the Pincurchin and Pyukumuku and Snom because it looks like their food for the Wingull.
Oh my god.
Looks like a packing order.
Oh.
Hey.
Oh no! You become. At what point did we switch roles? Where I was the one making jokes and hoping.
Do you know
they
what's
stick
funny?
to
I
the
didn't
wall.
even mean to make the joke. I was just like, it looks like Circle of Life pecking order, and I was just like, oh yeah, pecking order.
Talking of more pecking order, more peck. No, I'm joking. There's no more peck in this episode. So this is the second time I've seen like lots of Wingulls on some art. The other time was like the recent TCG pack opening I did, where there was like tons of Wingull on one card, and now it just reminds me of Finding Nemo.
Oh yes.
Yeah. That's it really. That's it for that section. I've got one more section to go. Thou art amazing. So yeah, this came from the Pokemon Twitter, Poke_Times. But this is to celebrate White Day. Essentially in Japan, you got your Valentine's Day, where traditionally the girls would give the guys a chocolate, and then White Day is sort of where you reciprocate, the sort of chocolates you've been given. So yeah, they made
white,
it
like the color white.
I don't know why it's called White Day. It's just called White Day.
That's a dangerous name for an occasion.
I don't think so. It's only if you've got your mind in that mentality where you think everything's related to race.
True.
But that's a different conversation for another day. But yeah, remember it's Japan. It's not.
No, I know.
It's not the EDL in England who've called it White Day.
It's true. It's true.
But yeah, no. Look, I mean, I just love the artwork in this. You got B, who secretly enjoys sweets. We found out. Rayhan's there taking a selfie of everyone on the table. Alchemy's there for obvious reasons. Clara's there, and you got Kabu there, who looks resigned to just enjoying some food. Oh, Molpeko is there in the art actually. Look at it in the background. Thankfully, it's not in hangry mode. Yeah, really cool art. Really cool art. And I guess you don't want to say anything after that.
No, I'll let you have that one.
No comment on the art. Just fair. Move on.
It's lovely art. Sorry, I'm a little distracted. I'm trying to get myself ready for the next section.
Well, talking of the next section, it's the unknown fact of the week. And what do we have this week, Amit?
Okay, so this week I wanted to talk to you about one lovely Farfetch'd. So Farfetch'd, as we know, carries its signature leek, and it looks real good doing so. Did you know that Farfetch'd's design actually comes from a Japanese idiom that says, "A duck comes along carrying a leek"? And do you know why that is, Kamel?
I thought you were going to say a Japanese idiot. I'm like, that's not very nice of you. Like, what?
Like a saying. It's a Japanese saying, which goes, "A duck comes along carrying a leek."
Mm-hmm.
Which basically relates to the fact that you would normally, when you eat duck, serve it with leek.
Yes.
And so if the duck came along with the leek, it was good fortune because it already had the leek there ready for you to eat it both.
Mm.
Which is why there were lots of references early on to Farfetch being food in both the games and the anime. And it talks about Farfetch being delicious. And actually, they had to start playing it down because of the insinuation that they ate Pokemon, to the extent that they actually renamed Farfetch's leek a stick. And that's why Farfetch doesn't carry a leek, it carries a stick.
Oh, damn. That is big brains. That is massive.
Fact of the week.
So does KFC stand for Kentucky Farfetch Chicken? Then.
Oh God!
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. I actually was watching an anime this week, and there was like a duck that came with a leek, and they made reference to it. I was thinking, oh, is this a Pokemon reference? But now I realize, oh, it's a more of a cultural thing rather than a Pokemon thing. So that's blown my mind. Amazing.
There you go.
Amazing. And with that, we shall. And we're ending it this week with so we do that segment. whether Helioptile is Pokemon Sleep.
Do you know what today is, Kamal?
Um,
Today is the first day of National Sleep Awareness Week.
no,
And
really?
And look, this might be from the National Sleep Foundation. National Sleep Awareness Week is about the importance of sleep in our lives. It's about getting good sleep, healthy sleep. And I thought, what better use of Sleep Awareness Week than to make Nintendo aware that we are still waiting for Pokemon Sleep?
Of course.
The campaign starts again today. National Sleep Week. Let's all raise a tweet or a Facebook post or whatever you do, Instagram, to the Pokemon Company asking where the Helioptile is Pokemon Sleep. Hashtag
Where the
Pokemon Sleep
Helioptile.
Awareness Week.
Oh, okay. The hashtag is Pokemon Sleep Awareness Week, right?
Exactly.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'll make sure to do posts every day for the next week.
Good.
Um,
Let's get it trending, people.
yeah. Well, there's nothing to add to that, really. The campaign never really stopped, in all fairness.
It's true.
We've been here every week just asking where the Helioptile is Pokemon Sleep, but with that, I guess, depressing note, where I thought next week we could have had Pokemon Sleep beta thoughts, but that's not going to be a possibility. We will end the episode. So, Amit, thank you so much for joining me.
Can I say one thing before we wrap up? Just two very cool things in the Pokemon world for people to go and check out.
Yeah, please.
Someone has hacked Pokemon Gold and made it into Among Us, and it's called Among Us. And it's brilliant. And if people haven't tried it, go get yourself a copy of it.
That's excellent. Wait, so instead of Among Us, it's Among Us. Like,
yes.
Oh my god, that's so great. Wait, so do you play as like Among Us, like trying to kidnap people or something?
You know, it's like Among Us. So just Google Among Us. It's AMOGUS. Pokemon ROM hack, and you can find the Among Us ROM hack. Pokemon does Among Us. It's brilliant.
And what was the other thing you wanted to sort of plug?
The other thing, it's conspiracy stuff now. The Pokemon Mini, which you may remember from the 25th anniversary video, is that little device, handheld device that looks a bit like a Game Boy that played very specific Pokemon games on it, like Pokemon Puzzle and stuff like that. They've just put up some new links on the Pokemon website about the device, and I'm actually hoping that maybe this might be a sign they're going to bring it back out again for the anniversary.
Oh, so this might be. We've had the Nintendo SNES Mini and all that kind of stuff, so we might get like.
Yeah, we might get the little I don't know what it was called originally. Pokemon Mini, I think it was called. Yeah, Pokemon Mini. So we it's just because it's popped up on Nintendo UK's website as one of their supported consoles. So I just thought it was really interesting that it came out this week, and it would be cool to see for that to come back out again. You can play all your favorite Pokemon games like Pinball and Tetris and stuff like that.
We need another Pokemon Pinball. Bring it back. Quickly, I forgot to ask at the top of the show. Actually, there was like a fan-made trailer of the Diamond and Pearl remakes, sort of like how they wanted to see it. I forgot who the guy who did it was. Do you remember who he was?
I'm looking it up now while you talk.
Because yeah, that was a really interesting trailer where everything was rendered in 3D. Which looked
search for at Millennium Loops on Twitter.
Yeah, he did a really good trailer, and maybe I'll try to get the link down in the description below. But that was an amazing sort of trailer for the remakes, and I don't think we can totally rule out that maybe there'll never be like another 3D remake. It might happen. I mean,
the thing you have, like, look, the trailer that he cut together is fantastic, but it's 2 minutes of footage, and we have to remember that the time it may take to do a game in that way would be very, very difficult. So. I guess my closing thought for the episode this week is absolutely go watch it. It's a fantastic trailer, but a pinch of salt for what I'm sure is still going to be a very, very good Diamond Pearl remake.
As many might know, we record this episode live, so if you're catching from the VOD, we had a Caesar Towers raid us with a party of 10. Thank you very much. We had a Paul Pants and Erica subscribe, so thank you very much for that. And we've had a Tom Dak and a Moo Bertica follow us, so thank you once again for all the love. Oh, and a Travis Warren as well.
We really do appreciate all the love, all the people who come out live to do the show with us, because it's so much fun having people comment along and sharing our jokes. So thank you everyone for coming out today.
Indeed, and just maybe just so we can raise the awareness again, what are we doing this next week? What's the thing?
We are tweeting the Pokemon Company for Sleep Awareness Week. Hashtag Pokemon Sleep Awareness Week. Let's get Pokemon Sleep moving again.
Thank you once again to the National Sleep Foundation for that. Where can they find you, Amit?
You can find me on the PokeRamble Podcast every Sunday evening, 7:30 p.m. GMT. Convert that into your local time.
And also, we might be featuring on Billy's Pokemon quiz next week at 7 p.m. Don't know where that's going to be, but follow Billy the Door on Twitch or on Twitter for more news on that. But
yeah, if you want to come and see the two of us embarrass ourselves with Pokemon trivia, definitely check that out.
Where it turns out we've been frauds, and actually we should just do the PokeRamble podcast. So it should be a lot of fun. But with that, no, thank you very much once again. PokeRamble.com, 7:30 every Sunday GMT over here on twitch.tv/KamelH. Till next time, gotta find Pokemon Sleep somewhere in the world.
Bye, guys.
Bye.